In this video, I'm gonna make different foods in Minecraft. Let's make pizza. By taking a item frame and a apple pie, you can make it look like a pizza. As shown. I've always thought it looks like a pizza, so I decided to use it like this. So in my opinion, I'm gonna give this pizza a 10 out of 10. It's time for the next food. Next, we will make pasta. By using a bamboo trapdoor and a redstone block, we can make it look like it's like some pasta with some pasta sauce or like tomato sauce. In my opinion, I'm gonna give the pasta I made here a 5 out of 10. I've seen built in Java, which makes it look a lot better. It's time for the next food. Next, we have a sausage pizza, which I use a glowing item frame and cocoa beans. I also tried to add like smoke to make it look like it was freshly out of the oven. However, it kind of not ended as well, and it stopped after a few minutes. And now I broke the pizza. I'm gonna give the sausage pizza a 5 out of 10. It was kind of weird looking, and it's kind of broken with the smoke idea not working. It's time for the next food. Next, we have pepper, which I've represented with a black handle to represent like the little pepper thing. And for the powder itself, I added using one of the new items from the new Glow Ken, if I try to pronounce it correctly. I'm gonna give black pepper a 7 out of 10. The performance decent, but I could have made it out of something I can pronounce properly. It's time for the next food. Next, we have sugar, which I represented as a massive jar of sugar, which is kind of unrealistic having a meter jug of sugar. And then we have this powder to represent some of the sugar have spilled on the table, not the floor. So I'm gonna give the sugar a 9 out of 10. It looks good and makes sense and easy for me to understand. It's time for the next food. Next, we got coffee. First, I added this mug with some coffee, and then the machine, which after some research, I realized that a bunch of coffee machines are black, so I decided to make a black one, which is a little bit different from the other designs that I found. So, in my opinion, I'm going to give the coffee and coffee maker a 10 out of 10. Great performance and actually represent what it looks like in real life. It's time for the next food. Next, we have chocolate, specifically 3 chocolates: milk chocolate, white chocolate, and dark chocolate. By using buttons, we are able to recreate the chocolates, and they actually look like chocolate bars that were unwrapped. So, in my opinion, I'm going to give the chocolate bars a 10 out of 10, because it might be for my bias of chocolate. It's time for the next food. Next, we have an ice cream maker, which produces the flavors of vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. By using wool to represent each color and having these glass panes represent which color is, and then having these things to dispense the ice cream, and as well having the thing where the rest of the ice cream that spills goes into, using quartz as the color machine, and also using this floor in order to get the trapdoors to actually stick without using a bunch of levers. So in my opinion, the ice cream maker is a 10 out of 10 because it actually looks decent. It's time for the next food. Next, we got microwave. Wait, microwave isn't a food, but oh, yeah, there is food in there. something using quartz and iron trapdoors with a painting to make it look like there's something in there. I'm gonna give the microwave a 5 out of 10. I don't even remember why did I put this. It's not even a food. It's just something that's used to make food. At least the other items actually have the food. It's time for the next food. Next we have this juice machine, which dispenses different juices, specifically a pineapple, some sort of green juice. I'm not sure if that's even pineapple, but I assume it's pineapple or lemonade. And then we got this red juice that are dispensed through these levers, have a drain so the leftovers don't spill and attract bugs, using trapdoors as the walls. I'm gonna give the juice maker a 10 out of 10. Good use of the terracotta blocks, and kind of reminds me of a thing that I found ages ago, which will be shown later in the video. It's time for the next food. Next we have this candy machine, which has 3 different types of candy: a red candy, a blue candy, and a yellow candy, using item stands to have the machine, and having a black block inside with. However, I realized there might be something off about this. What's that? However, there's a good easy fix we can do. Well, at least it was something. I'm gonna give the candy machine a 6 out of 10. Could have been executed a little bit more better, having the item stands not poke out of the block, and using these doors can kind of mess up the design, but it looks good. It's time for the next food. Next we have this popcorn machine, which produces different types of, which has popcorn. I'm not sure why I said different types, and it's not producing like salt and pepper popcorn or popcorn covered in caramel. Using red banners, wool, glass, and a bunch of gold helmets to represent popcorn, either the popcorn itself or the machine that pops the popcorn, like you see in movie theaters. I'm gonna give the popcorn machine a 10 out of 10. It did it perfectly well, and unlike the other machine, it did not have armor. I just realized it's saying armor stands not poking out of the block. It's time for the next food. Next we have the soda machine, which has 3 different flavors of soda. One I'm assuming is Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and Mountain Dew, which I'm just assuming because of the video I watched that gave me some inspiration, which using levers like the others to dispense the soda and have a drain. Unlike the others, doesn't have anything else. Oh, and uses stone as a thing. I'm gonna give the soda machine an 8 out of 10. If it had more flavors of soda, I might have rated it a little bit higher, but I think that's as compact as I'm gonna make it. It's time for the next food. Next we have this cotton candy machine, which produces, as the name implies, cotton candy, with the machine in the middle and having a pink stand with birch fences, using armor stands that have and pink helmets with I dyed with using a cauldron to make it look like it's producing cotton candy. I'm going to give the cotton candy a 10 out of 10. I like how it looks, and the armor stands did not mess things up. It's time for the next food. Next we have a cutting board, which is just simply a wooden plank. A wooden pressure plate. I'm going to give the cutting board a 5 out of 10. If it had a knife or any cutting and you can cut with, I would rate a little bit higher. It's time for the next food. Next we have the slushy machine, based on ice. Hope I'm pronouncing that. Which I based this on an older design which included water, a slime block, and lava to make it look like the things are actually moving. Which this, with the shader, this helps because it adds texture. With using, wait, what are these things again? Tripwire hooks to get out the slushy. I'm gonna give the slushy machine a 10 out of 10. Natural ice machine really sticking to the original idea. Next we have a stick of butter. Like the chocolate, as it is being lined, it's the chocolate. I'm gonna say butter. Stick of butter. I'm gonna give the butter a 10 out of 10. It actually time to go next we have ketchup. While being an entire ketchup, however you do eat ketchup when you eat it, so I added like a little ketchup thing which you will see like in a restaurant. Okay, that's the ketchup, and then like a dispenser you'll see it like some sort of restaurant where ketchup things like this. Same applies to the mustard, which is that's what a little bit more beautiful fresh butter. I would guess cutting board, but somehow put ketchup mustard all over it. The same restaurant design for the mustard bottle and the mustard dispenser, same design as the ketchup. I'm gonna give each, the ketchup and the mustard, a 8 out of 10. The idea is executed well, but the mustard could have had a better mess splatter rather than just covering a literal cutting board with mustard. It's time for the next food. Next we have tomatoes, which as a tomato plant I usually use rose bushes rather to represent tomatoes, since they kind of look like tomatoes with vines, and for the actual singular tomato, red buttons, which are from the crimson oak tree, because actually these are from the mangrove tree. Wait, I'm beginning to wonder how has my slushy machine not caught fire. Let's check that out. Oh, wait. But really, how has it not caught on fire? Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay, that's the end of the video. I hope to see you in the next one. I have no outro, and bye.